Hello, I'm very excited to show you today how FileCatalyst integrates with Dropbox. Let's go over what we're going to be showing you in the next few minutes. We're going to get right into the integration of FileCatalyst and Dropbox. We're going to give you a little intro about FileCatalyst and Dropbox as well. And then we're going to go right into the demos. We're going to show you how to connect FileCatalyst with Dropbox and some basic use cases available within FileCatalyst connected to Dropbox. So please stay around and as I walk you through all this exciting new stuff. With the integration into Dropbox, the entire application ecosystem of FileCatalyst becomes available to you for your files stored on your Dropbox, and also to make all the files in your Dropbox available to outside users through FileCatalyst. The integration uses the Dropbox SDK. We usually suggest that the FileCatalyst server be installed as close as possible physically to the Dropbox data center to accelerate the transfer. That means all the acceleration is with the end users will be happening over high-speed UDP file transfers, and the connectivity between Dropbox and FileCatalyst is done over low latency connection for a FileCatalyst server that runs in a data center as close as possible to the data center that Dropbox uses. For those that are new to FileCatalyst, we're a file transfer company founded in 2001. We've pioneered accelerated file transfers. We've won 2 Emmys, and we have over 1,000 corporate users worldwide. Our solutions are accelerated using our unique UDP approach. We're patented in US, EU, and Canada. And our file transfers are reliable with guaranteed delivery. We provide very high security. We provide tracking, automation, and monitoring as well for administrators. I don't think I need much introductions to Dropbox, but Dropbox is the world's first smart workspace. It helps people in teams to focus on work that matters. Dropbox has 500 million registered users across 180 countries. The Dropbox solution provides ability to create, store, and share cloud content along the traditional files in one place. You can also view, manage, and collaborate on all types of media files, including video, image, and audio. And finally, Dropbox allows you to sync all your files across all your devices, web, mobile, and desktop. A few months ago, Dropbox announced several new integrations to leading video production tools to help take the headache out of the creative and post-production and social media workflows. FileCatalyst allows broadcasters and video producers to quickly deliver content stored in Dropbox to commissioners and channels. With this new integration, you can now transfer your Dropbox files at accelerated rates. The integration is very secure. It uses OAuth. OAuth is a very secure and open standard for access delegation. With FileCatalyst, you can now guarantee your Dropbox deliveries while reducing the time it takes for the file transfer to happen. So let's go into our demos, and I'll show you how all of this works. To connect Dropbox to FileCatalyst, the first step is to go into FileCatalyst Server, File Systems, and click on the New button. From here, select the Dropbox connection, and then you have to hit Generate Access Token. Once you do this, you have to click on Request Access Code. this opens up your web browser and redirects you to your Dropbox account. I'm already logged in here, so therefore I didn't have to authenticate. But if you were not logged in, you would have to first log in. So now I'm just going to click on Allow here. This generates the connection code, which I'm just going to copy and paste into FileCatalyst. And now I can hit Test here to make sure that everything is working fine. The test will make sure that the connector is working well, that it has access to all the files to read and write, and to list the files as well. Once I do this, I hit Save. Once the Dropbox file system is saved, you will see it on your list. From the Dropbox side, once you're in your home here for Dropbox, all you have to do is click on Settings and Connected Apps. And now you will see here your FileCatalyst connector appearing. So there's nothing you really have to do from the Dropbox interface to connect FileCatalyst. You generate the request from the FileCatalyst server side, you get the OAuth token, and then this tab will automatically appear. The integration as far as the connection between Dropbox and FileCatalyst is now complete. So once we have the Dropbox file system added, we can do a lot of things with it. We can, for example, go to virtual files and folders and create a new virtual folder called Dropbox. And select the Dropbox tab here. And optionally, I can also select which folder I want the files to go to. So here, I'm just going to select a folder called Raw Video Screen Captures, for example. Now I'm going to go to Users. And I'm going to go into the user that I want this folder in Dropbox available to. And I'm going to go to here, here, and here to add the Dropbox Raw Video Screen Capture. So Raw Video Screen Capture is actually a folder on Dropbox that now will appear to this user. So let's look if I connect as this user here to this user's account, what would I see? So I will see one folder. This is the virtual folder I created. And I can now click into this Dropbox folder to connect and transfer data. So let's look at some of the FileCatalyst tools you can now use once you have Dropbox connected with FileCatalyst. So here's my home interface for Dropbox. I can now create a new folder here. I'll call it From FileCatalyst Hot Folder. And now I will configure FileCatalyst to upload files into this folder. So now I'm going to go back to my FileCatalyst server interface. I'm going to make another virtual folder. I'll call it to Dropbox Hot Folder. Here I will select my Dropbox connection. I will browse. Select this folder I just created on Dropbox and hit Finish. Now I'm going to go back to my user and I will edit this folder here, give this user read-write permissions and add it to hot folder. So now I'm going to fire up my hot folder on the end user side that wishes to upload files to that folder I just created in Dropbox. And I made a site for that user, the user that is, I think it's called user1, user. I created my source. So this is upload to Dropbox. This is the folder here that I already have on my desktop. And I created a task. The task simply uses that site and that user. And I can just go to File side here and select a different folder for my target. So I'm going to go to Dropbox folder. And I'm going to go to Schedule and Schedule Execution. You can change here to how often do you want it to check for new contents. Because I'm just doing a demo, I'm going to leave this as user triggered for now. So now I have the task created. I can pull up the activity on it, and I can hit Execute Task. As you can see now, my file transfer is now in progress. There's 589 megs of files to transfer. You can see that 5 files are going all at once. You can see my graph, and I can also see my priority of what files are going to go next into this folder. Let's go back to the web interface here. As you can see, files are arriving from the hot folder into this directory I created on Dropbox. And as you can see, as files are arriving, they use temporary file name, and then they're being renamed to the full file name after MD5 checksum has passed. So this is a very common workflow for FileCatalyst using hot folder. So let's look at another use case where I want to send someone an email link to a large file sitting on Dropbox where the user needs to download it with acceleration. So here I'm going to do a little bit different type of a virtual folder. I'm going to call it entire Dropbox. So it's going to be a virtual folder pointing to the root of Dropbox, of my Dropbox account. And I'm going to go back to users, edit this user here, go to files and folder, and add this new folder, entire Dropbox, to my user. So let's look at my file structure here a little bit on the home side. So what I have here, I have my folder from FileCatalyst, from web. So let's say I have here this direct FileCatalyst direct MP4 file I wish to share via a link in direct. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch back to my server, open the web interface for FileCatalyst direct server, click on transfer files, email link. This will initialize my FileCatalyst application, link application. I'm going to log in. I'm going to, once I log in as that user, now I can see my local files on my local file system, but I can also go to remote files on the FileCatalyst server. And I have a folder called entire drop for entire Dropbox. I'll go into this folder, and here are my files that I can share now with links to. So I'm going to go to, let's see, RAW video screen captures, and I'm going to select this file here, I'm going to enter the email address of the person I want to share this file with. And I'm going to hit send. So the link now shows me that it was sent. It gives me also the link to this transaction. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire up my Mozilla Thunderbird email client. And here's that email with the package I sent. So here's the file that I sent from Dropbox with FileCatalyst link. So now, being a recipient or the receiver of the file, all I have to do is click on this link. And here's my file that I can now select to download. This fires up a file transfer with acceleration from Dropbox directly to an end user's computer via email link. Sometimes people need to receive large files into their Dropbox directly from the web. And here I'm going to show you an example how I'm going to create a folder in my Dropbox. In this case here, I called it from web, which is empty. And I'm going to show you how I can create an upload portal into this folder via FileCatalyst. So for this to happen, I'm going to have to go into my FileCatalyst server. And I'm going to have to make a user here. I'll call it just a web user. Give it a password. I'll call it just web user for sake of an example. And now here, I'm going to point this user to Dropbox. And I'm going to select the target directory or home directory for this user from web. That's the folder that I'm showing you here on Dropbox. And I hit finish. So now, if I go back to my direct server, I have this new user called web user that points to folder from web. And if I want to receive files from someone via the web, all I have to do again is go back to the main web interface of FileCatalyst Direct, transfer files, upload, and click here on this little key to remove my previous user because the application remembered me that I was logged in before. So now I'm just going to log in as this web user. And now I can start uploading files directly from the web into that Dropbox account. So let me just select here a couple of files and click on Upload Queue. This will fire up and upload. If we look at here, you can see right away files arriving. And as the transfer is working here, you can see that Dropbox's files are right away. You can see files appearing as they're being uploaded through FileCatalyst web-based upload portal into this folder called From Web. So these were just some very simple examples of what you can do with FileCatalyst and Dropbox. I hope you found this very informational and you will find this very useful in your future workflows. So if you need to work on large media files and you use Dropbox, consider using FileCatalyst as your best choice for the fastest file delivery from Dropbox and into Dropbox of your large media files. For more information, you can go to our website, filecatalyst.com/Dropbox. You can also look at the blog from Dropbox that talks about these workflows. And you can request a free trial from both from us and from and from Dropbox by going to dropbox.com/business. Thank you very much, and see you next time.